Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taste Everything and happy December.
And what better way to kick off December than by opening some advent calendars?
And for the month of December, we managed to find two advent calendars. One of them being the 24 Cups of Cocoa. I found this at my local Ross store, so my expectations aren't too high for this, but I was excited enough to see just what kind of cocoa they were going to put in here.
We also found a wine advent calendar. I'm really not the biggest fan of wine, so truthfully, I'm more excited for the cocoa.
And I'm a really big fan of wine, so when I saw this, I was really excited to see what kind of wine they were going to put in here. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the 24 cups of cocoa. I'm going to get into day number 1 here and break into it and see what's in store for us here.
Okay, here we go. Ooh, it looks like peppermint cocoa.
We got peppermint cocoa to start off for day number 1. Let's go ahead and brew it and see just how good it is. So we've gone ahead and brewed our peppermint cocoa, and I don't know about you, but I immediately got a strong peppermint smell when it started brewing.
Really? Because I didn't. I mean, I'm really not a big fan of peppermint, so I really wasn't looking for it, but even now I really kind of don't smell it.
Yeah, honestly, the peppermint is not as strong as I thought it would be, but you do get just a little bit of hints of it. Nothing too strong. But let's go ahead and have a sip and see how it tastes.
Okay.
So I do get some peppermint aftertaste. Again, it's not really as strong as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely tasted the peppermint when I took that sip, but yeah, it's there.
And it's another thing I was afraid of when we did the Keurig cup. It's gonna be brewed with water, right, and not milk. So when you get cocoa made with water, it's gonna taste a little bit more watered down than the richness of the milk.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
So, out of 1 through 10, what would you rate this?
Maybe a 4.
4? That's a lot higher than I thought you'd go. I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna agree with you though and give it a 4. It's not the worst hot chocolate I've ever tasted.
Mm-hmm.
The peppermint is not overpowering at all, so that's definitely a bonus. But again, it's made with water. It's watered down, so I don't have too high regards for it either. But that's our hot cocoa. But what we're really excited for, what I'm really excited for, is the wine. So let's go ahead and break into that.
Okay. So we weren't super impressed with the cocoa today, so let's see if the wine is any better.
And we're gonna go ahead and get on into here. Number 1 is right in the center here. And it looks like we got a Cabernet Sauvignon, Antler Envy, for day number 1 for the wine. Let's go ahead and pour it and see how it tastes.
All right.
Once again, it is an Antler Envy. It is a Cabernet Sauvignon.
So that makes it a red wine. It's from 2021, and like myself, it's a product of Italy.
And it's going to have a 13% alcohol by volume. So now that we poured the wine, we are ready to go ahead and taste it. But before we do, there's just a few other steps that involves tasting wine. You know what they are?
I don't know a lot about wine, but I think some of it has to do with smell and tasting certain notes.
Yeah, that's right. So when you're tasting wine, and the purpose of tasting wine is to get into the full flavor and context of it, not just drink it for the sake of drinking wine. So a lot of times you're gonna smell it first, and no, we're not being wine snobs here. That's just the process for tasting wine, because you want to use all your senses. You're gonna take a sniff in the glass, and you're gonna smell for any type of flower, any type of fruit or spices, really anything that comes to your nose when you smell it. And I'm gonna be honest here, I am not getting a lot of anything. Of course, I've never been a professional at this. Typically with a Cabernet Sauvignon though, I do expect a bit of a spice smell, and I'm not getting a lot of that here.
To be honest, I'm not really either, but I also don't really know what I'm supposed to be smelling for, even though you just explained it.
A lot of times if you need to aerate some wine in order to get some more out of it, so that's when you see people swirling it around the glass.
I feel like I'm going to spill it out of the cup. You can raise it in the air and do that too, right?
You can.
Oh, that's gonna fall out of the cup.
So now that I've done that, I am getting a little bit of more spice. It's still not as heavy as I thought it would be. But let's go ahead and taste it and see what we think.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's strong.
It is a little bit on the strong side. It's not overpowering in my opinion. I'm not getting a lot of alcohol taste myself. I don't know if you're getting a lot of it.
Not necessarily, but it just tastes kind of like every other red wine to me.
I'm gonna be honest, for it being a Cabernet Sauvignon, it does not taste as strong as I'm normally used to. It doesn't hit you too hard on the spicy. It doesn't dry out your mouth with all the tannins like a Cabernet normally would. Personally, I think this would make a good sipping wine for a Cabernet. Something that you can have not just at dinner, but with enjoying yourself by the fireplace, sitting down, having a glass of wine. Something that you can relax with.
Sounds good to me.
So out of 10, what would you rate this?
I might have to go with a 4 again.
Yeah, well, you're not the biggest fan of wine either, especially not red wine, right?
No.
So it's pretty much expected. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give this all the way up to a 6. Because once again, I feel like this is something you can really sit back and enjoy. Doesn't necessarily have to be with any food. I think it's enjoyable, but definitely not the best Cabernet I've ever had. But I definitely try it again. Thanks for watching the day 1 opening of our advent calendar here today. Go ahead and drop a comment down below if you've ever tried Antler Envy, and let us know what you think about that wine.
Or leave us a comment and let us know if you enjoy peppermint hot cocoa. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe and see what we open on day 2.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.